Hey guys, what's up? This is Jay from Sentinel Trading Channels. Welcome to the latest Binbot Pro settings episode 3. What I'm going to cover in this episode is the latest update on my current balance. Right now, my total trade count is standing at 198 trades executed. So I've gathered pretty much a lot of data points for me to optimize my settings. As of right now, if you guys haven't watched the previous episode, or have no clue on what Binbot Pro is, Binbot Pro is actually a automated trading system that trades options. Pretty much, if you guys have no idea what it is, do watch the entire video. You guys will get a sense of what it is. As I mentioned on the previous episode, my settings is definitely working. However, there's a need for us to optimize on when we actually turn on the robot, because unfortunately, although the trading algorithm does execute good trades, however, if it's been being used in a very bad market situation, say for example a very quiet market situation, and it's very likely that we are going to lose more trades. I'm going to show you more results right after this segment. Another common question is like I do get a response and emails saying that, right now, since like because I advise traders to not use it during a certain RSI levels and also a certain market situation, therefore there's a need for us to refer to the charts. And then some people say that they may be a little bit too busy to actually use this robot. But the truth is, it's pretty simple. All you gotta do is just to make sure that there's a certain RSI levels and a certain market condition, and then all you gotta do is just turn on the robot for maybe one or two trades, or maybe three or four if you have a larger balance and you're comfortable with it. Yeah, there's that, and I'm going to show you how to set up the charts and also set up some alerts so you guys can actually continue to do what you guys do on a daily basis, and then just wait for the alerts, and there'll be a beeping alarm sound. So that's when a specific moment where it's possibly suitable for you to turn on the robot. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do that. If you guys actually sign up for Binbot Pro with the link below, because I'll be doing tests on other currency pair. Right now, most of my data points are on GBP USD pair, and it's working extremely great. On the next segment, you can see that my balance actually continue growing. I will be testing more currency pairs in the near future, and also optimization on how to improve our trade execution with Binbot Pro. So if you guys sign up with the link below, I'll create an email list that will actually send out the latest update that I've got on maybe like every 1 or 2 days on my trading results and also my testing results to those in the email list. So if you guys are interested in receiving the email list, do add me on Skype on the contact details that you see on your screen, or also email me first before you sign up with the link below, and just let me know that you guys are interested in joining the email list, and then I'll tell you guys how to actually sign up Binbot Pro properly with the link below. All right, do enjoy the entire video, and make sure you watch everything, because I believe that it's very useful for you guys, especially if you guys want to make money with Binbot Pro software. All right, so see you guys in the next segment. Alright guys, so let's get into it. So first things first, look, my current balance stands at about 4289.47, so that's a huge jump. So if you guys watch my previous episode, I was standing at about 2900 as my balance. So if you guys check this out, I'm using my test robot, still the same. I'm testing on GBP USD. So basically what happened from the earlier of my test, 2 days of testing, was that so my points was about here, let's see, at about 29, so 29 to about 43, so pretty much a very good growth. So if you guys were to notice that in the last episode I was talking about trying to minimize losing streak that will actually make a huge dip downwards in balance. So like in my previous video, you can see that I've actually peaked out at 3200, and it went all the way down to 1600, so that's about 50% loss. So the purpose of doing this or trying to optimize my settings on market selection, especially when to actually turn on the robot, is to minimize this huge dip down here. So right now I would say that after implementing those steps where we select carefully, like which trades or which market situation we would want to turn on our robot, I would say the dip, although I have a dip here, maybe like two or three losing streak, which maybe about maximum of three losing streaks, or two, probably two, I guess. So you can see that this I've picked at 4500, and then I've go all the way down to 3200. So that's definitely not 50% loss. In a way that the optimization definitely works. It works really well, and more importantly, it brought my balance from 29 to 43 to $4,300. So it's really working clearly. The settings, I'm really happy with the settings, and it works very well with the GBP USD trades. Alright, so let's get on to my trade history. Alright, so my trade history is actually here. When I actually ran this test, I ran this test on the 2nd of July. That was my second testing day that I was available, and the previous day was the 29th. So the end of this previous episode was about on the 26th, so I begin my test on the 29th of June, where the first four trade I have a three losing streak here, like one losing streak that has three losses, and then the next one only one loss, in between one loss, then here two loss, so and one loss here. So I would say the optimization definitely works. Like I said in the previous episode, we want to avoid major losing streaks that actually cause um, major balance drop. So if you can check out in the previous episode, although I've earned a lot of money from the previous episode in my testing session, however, I was also executing more trades, and I was exposed to like a losing streak that has four losses in a row here and three losses in a row here. All right, and that's one, and one of the main reasons is because like I have a massive winning streak over here that was that enabled my balance to grow a lot. So generally it's really good. There's a four losing streak, so we managed to minimize our losing streak to a maximum of three losses in one losing streak, and to maybe like one losses in between, and then maybe two losses. So it's definitely a good sign, and like I said, percentage wise our gain is still looking really good. All right, so now let's move on to the next segment. um as I mentioned in the introduction of this video, some people that sign up with the Binbot Pro, they have the impression that Binbot Pro will actually, with the settings, and then one settings can actually cater to every, like you just turn on the robot 24/7, and then it will just make money for you automatically. Well, of course, I wish the technology is as advanced as this, but even for the tool for experienced trader, it doesn't work quite that way, because market situation is pretty much although there are patterns that we can call, but it is quite unpredictable, and there are certain market situation in the case of Binbot Pro that it works really well, and there are also market situation that it doesn't really work at all. So that's usually when you get huge losses. Okay, so and then this is when I suggest where traders or users Binbot Pro should actually sign up with maybe tradingview.com. I like tradingview.com just because the chart is so much cleaner. And to the feedback saying that you may be too busy to actually look at the charts 24/7, and just to know when to turn on the robot, well, one solution that you can do is you can create an alert where it will sound off an alarm when it's in the right condition. Actually, to everybody that asks for my setting, I've actually included in the email that you should watch for the RSI level and wait for it to get out of like 30 or 70. Like 30 is the lower boundary right over here, and then 70 is the boundary that is above this purple zone right here. So we should turn on the robot at, let's say, this condition here. It is below 30, and then we should turn on the robot when it crosses 30 and take like maybe 1 to 4 trades, and then you just turn off the robots. All right, so but for, as I said, lower balance, maybe you should stick to 1 to 2 trades at a time, um, and one currency as well. So that's just to not overexpose your balance to too many risk in a single market condition. Okay, so basically how to set up an RSI. So first step, you should, let's say, assuming that you do not have RSI, let's go to object list, and okay, let's say I just close it. Basically, if you have a naked chart, alright, in order to add RSIs to your trading view charts, you just have to go indicator, click on the top corner here, and then look for RSI, and then click the relative strength index, which is the usual one. So just in case that you guys are not really familiar, you can just click the lines and let's see, click the lines and click format, I guess. Yeah, I think this is the length. Yep. So to change the settings, I will use 9 as my RSI, and this the settings that I have. In order to add the alerts, you just have to click the alert button over here, and then you'll come out. So make sure you're looking at the correct chart. So let's say, for example, this is a GBP USD 1 minute chart, and oh yes, it is important that you look at the 1 minute chart for the currency pair that you are trading, so we can get the proper entry from these RSI triggers here. So let's say that by default you come into trading view, you might be looking at say an hourly chart like this, so that's why the RSI is going to be different. And then so when you set up the alert, it is going to be on, let's say, the GBP USD 1 hour chart instead. So that's not what we want, so make sure you change it to a 1 minute chart. You can either click here and press 1 minute, and then it's just going to be like this. So just click on alert, and then under conditions you change it to RSI 9 close, and then under the next one you go to outside channel, and the value we put 71 and 29, and this one you change once per bar. And then once you click once per bar, once the alarm triggers, it will just continuously run. So if you put only once the trigger, the conditions actually trigger and the alarm actually sounded, this alert's going to turn off. So basically you just do once per bar, and then it's just going to continue running. All right, and then you just click like OK or something, so you will get the manage alert over here. Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, you guys don't need to sign up for a pro version, because the thing about TradingView is you can only set up one alert. So basically once you set up and click OK, you have this manage alert over here, and then whenever you want to stop the alarm, you just click stop. Are you sure you want to stop? And then you just click yes, then you actually turn red. So if you want it to resume, just in case when like the alarm is going to be quite annoying, because the alarm is going to be like a typical alarm clock noise, so you just click play, something like that. So basically the alarm will trigger when it crosses, like when it hits 29 value, or like maybe 71. So that is when we can possibly turn on the Binbot Pro. But however, there's a little bit more detail in this execution. I will most likely make another video for it, the exact detail how I execute the trade. Probably going to release it to subscribers that are already in my email list first. So do remember, if you guys are interested to receive this information, this is one demo that this alarm is triggering. So that means the RSI is actually hitting this level, and then we can actually turn on the bot on right now. Okay, so as I say, I'll do a demonstration video the next time. This episode is just an update episode. Okay, so all right, so yep, so this condition is perfect for you to turn on the robot. So I would say that it's a little annoying because most of the time the RSI do linger quite near about 30, but if the line do not cross 30 and stays there, that would mean that it's not really a good time to turn on the robot. Okay, so as I mentioned, I'll actually make a more detailed video on this, and I'll send it out to like subscribers that actually sign up Binbot Pro through my link. But for everyone else, I will at least write a description on the email and email it to you guys, to at least you guys are informed on how to actually execute it properly. All right, so I guess that's all for today. So in fact, I'm actually really happy with the results. As I was saying, I'm testing on GBP USD. I'm quite confident that these same settings, my Binbot Pro settings, will work with other currency as well, but just because I do not have enough data to actually prove it, so you guys should probably stick to GBP USD first, which it is really effective for me. I've grew my balance from 500 to right now is over $4,200. So at least you guys can actually follow something that is proven based on my test. Okay, so I guess that's all for this episode. If you guys have any question, do feel free to drop me an email. I'll try my best to respond as soon as possible. I do get a lot of email recently, and feel free to add me on Skype and leave me a message there. I will respond as soon as possible too. I prefer not to take any calls because it's quite distracting for me and it's making me hard to manage my time. So please understand on that front. All right, so I guess that's all. If you guys are interested in trading options with Binbot Pro, definitely it works, but do proceed with an a standard operating procedure, or at least a plan. So make sure you guys watch the first episode and the other two episodes so you guys can actually get a sense of what I'm talking about, especially if this is the first time you watch my videos. For those who are updated, yeah, just say hello through email or on Skype if you guys have any questions. I guess that's all, guys. So see you guys in the next episode. um, Trade safe and good luck.